Okay, let's try this one more time.
Greetings, everybody.
Great. Welcome to Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
Yeah, hang on.
Laz, his middle
Technical
name, remember,
difficulties.
his full name is Lazarus. Technical difficulties long.
That's right. Oh, Shroud is here
For
now,
the-
so he can actually play the intro. So get over
It's
there.
already
He
been
played
done.
The intro. It's already been done. The only thing we didn't get was the TeamSpeak intro.
Okay, then I'm going to have to pull all your shit today, you're telling me? You're going to make me work?
Well, you get to listen to me laughing the entire time.
I bet. All right, go ahead and get out of my seat, you. Get back to work.
I can't move.
Uh-huh.
He's playing a song. I mean, he can't move while he's playing a song. I mean, you know how that is.
Sit on my lap.
Yeah.
You'd like that, would
Sit
you?
on his face. Sit on his face and tell him that you love me.
Can't even do that.
Wait, you can't sit on his face? Or you can't tell him you love him? Me.
I can't
We
even
all know
target
you
it.
love me.
There we go.
Uh,
All righty. Anyway, technical difficulties, and yeah, see, we're not even on the radio yet. That's what I said.
yeah. Yep.
Fix it.
That's right. You better plug in the radio right now. Should we hit play yet?
Yeah, we're working on it.
It's the opening. It's the opening 100 different applications, just that way you can get back to where you need to be.
No, actually,
There's
I
a
told
reason.
you, everything's on backup. The only thing that happened was my system went in standby, and when I came back, it closed the network connection, so I had to relog in the game. Everything else, I was ready to push buttons.
Okay.
Yeah, which is
All good. All good.
which is pretty nice.
Yeah. You gotta love
But
UPS.
how did you do the intro without the intro?
Oh, we did.
I just
I
played.
had to let Scroda play the song for like half an hour, hoping that you would come back. And then from there, it was welcome to Lunch with Laz and Jack,
And this is last.
and a lot of laughing
I'm
involved.
sure. All right.
And
Anyway.
for the record, today is July 8th, 2016.
Inside Shroud of the Avatar.
That part.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Inside of it. Yep. And we are going to interpret the news, and we did have some big news yesterday. You want
Yes.
to jump right on that?
Which
Because
big
we
news?
do need. Well, I would like to go ahead and let's start with the bloodshedding, the bloodletting. Wait, Scroda, did you download that song yet? I take
Technical
it that's
difficulties.
Yeah.
AKA you forgot.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did have a bloodletting yesterday during the
During the
Portalarian
Police 31
post-mortem.
post-mortem, that's right. Now, how weird
And,
was that? I mean, now, not something that I would put past the guys, of course. I think it was something we've speculated on once or twice before, just for giggles and grins.
Well, I
about them
knew
sell-
it was coming.
You know,
I knew it was coming, but so I couldn't talk about that because I was given some insider information, and
Little bit of,
I didn't want to
yes.
spoil that. And it's
we're
like,
about
yes.
to freak out the world. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, so what happened yesterday during the postmortem was Lord British and Darkstar both had their blood drawn by a professional phlebotomist, and they put that blood inside of 12 different reliquaries.
That's
6 for
right.
Lord British and 6 for Darkstar. And then they put that information up on eBay on Lord British's page, and we can look at that right now as long as I can scroll down to the right button. So the funny thing is, if you actually start going through and actually looking at everything that is encapsulated in this reliquary, You have Viking information, Viking boats. You have ornate chests. You have the Viking bundle. You have a castle lot deed, a new dog, bear statues, prosperity tools, and blood. And you have Lord British's blood. So it also allows you to come visit the Portalarium Studios, and then from there, in-game you get a blood fountain, a blood reliquary house decoration, option to have your player-owned town water turn into blood. The blood elemental pet, the blood rain emote, blood red Lord British cloak, a tax-free player-owned town castle lot deed, a Viking Great Hall city home, 2-story city basement, 35 gold crowns, pick 12 prosperity tools, the Viking clothes, the round tarred shield, the ornate pipe, 12 obsidian potions, the ornate Viking chest. This list just keeps on going on and on.
It's a nice list.
It's a little bit of everything. Yeah, it's a nice list. The Pet Winter Rottweiler is also kind of cool.
And they've said that these items also are not exclusive to these deals. So it's quite possible that we will see bundles and other stuff coming off this.
Yes. Wait, do you have raining blood there, Scroda?
Now, I'm really curious as to what he's going to do and what they're going to do with all the other blood that was left over. As Barrick had asked, are they going to raffle some of that other stuff off during the telethon at the end of the month?
I have no idea.
And that would be interesting to see for the folks.
Do you remember the little necklace that Angelina Jolie used to wear of Billy Bob's blood?
Oh,
it
I
might
don't
be
know.
something like that. I don't know.
I've seen all sorts of things like that. I mean, these days you can have a person cremated and put into a vial. You can have them compressed and made into a diamond. You can have people shot into space. The list goes on and on what people want to do with their body parts and remains these days.
Oh yeah, it's pretty funny. The funny part also about the blood draw itself was Lord British took it like a champ, and Darkstar had to go through 2 different needles.
Yeah, as apparently he's got a thing about that. I mean, I don't know. You could stick me all day long, and I'll sit there and watch. Don't bother me none.
I don't like needles.
No, I think we should have some blood vials that we can juggle just to have another juggling emote. Of course, talking of emotes, they gave us a couple hints as to some of the emotes that were coming down the pipe, including the knives. I didn't know about the torches and bottles. That's some nice new stuff that we're hearing there. Yeah.
So it does really become more of a circus feature with all kinds of burning things and sharp things.
Isn't it already a circus environment around here? Do we actually
need
to add all these?
Yes, it is. Well, yeah, but you know, it's a circus. It's a game.
It's our circus and it's our monkeys. That's right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
so we just have to
doing this intentionally today.
What, the juggling?
Well, you know, I'm trying to get us center in the screen, and every time I try and get a guy center shot, Spiff moves right in the center of the screen. I don't know. It's one of those things.
Well, did he just warp across my screen?
I've been watching him move around. It's been really interesting. I got to go back and look at that on video. It's like fast forward motion. Yeah,
that's a warp. I don't know what that came in. And we did patch up to 441 today, so it may be a bug that ended up inside of it. If you're in the middle of an emote, you can actually move, and then it just warps you eventually.
There he goes.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah. You know what? Blink. I'm guessing he's blinking.
Blink.
That's what he's doing.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, he's casting blink and just going different places.
While he's juggling.
It's funny that it's not breaking.
Yeah, well,
funny that it's not breaking the spell.
that's it's not breaking the emote. Absolutely,
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Takes a lot of dexterity to blink and juggle at the same time.
Well, speaking of juggling, and we joked about it, and we have to back this movement. I want kitten juggling, and they did not dismiss it. As a matter of fact, they entertained it. If there was enough feedback from the audience, they would seriously consider kitten juggling, and I would love to see that.
Yeah.
They would claw you.
They even cited the reference to Steve Martin's The Jerk.
Yep. They love including all kinds of different pop culture references
And humor, and I think it would be hilarious. And again, no kittens would be hurt or injured in doing such here.
I thought it was funny that they started off with the first question was related to the immortal cats, and Lord British was
What do
like,
you mean?
"You can't kill a cat? That's a bug.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a bug."
yeah.
I thought you used to be able to.
And
The cat's having 9 lives.
well, cats have 9 lives, so you got to kill them 9 times.
Hence
And
the
I think
immortal
each
cat.
time you kill a cat, and it comes back, it should actually increase the taming required,
Oh, that would
which
be
makes
fun.
cat wrangling even more difficult. And make it to where a level 9 cat, so he's on his 9th life, has 100. It requires at least 120 taming.
It's a badass cat, is basically what I was saying.
Yeah, it's not going to be wrangled.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see what happens with that.
And we do need to say good morning to Kush Lady and Botox and Blood Omen.
So now,
'Cause we
talking
kinda forgot
about
that,
the
I got distracted
postmortem,
with laughing.
of course, we watched the bloodletting, and that went on for about a half hour, and that
A
killed.
little bit longer than that.
Well,
That
The
killed
initial
most of the
part.
questions that. Yeah, that killed most of the questions that they normally get through during the postmortem. But we do know that at the end of the month, in 20 days,
that's right.
actually 19 days.
Actually, I was
19
going to
days,
say I wanted
they
to
will
bring
have
that
a
up on screen.
12 marathon.
We'll bring that up. Countdown the final wipe. 19 days, 11 hours, 44 minutes, and 30 some odd seconds as of right now. Of course, that means the world is finally going persistent. And it is not launch. All is well.
No, it is not launch.
All
Not
is
launch.
well.
Launch will be sometime near the end of the year, November, December, somewhere in there.
Correct.
Because they do have
Launch.
one of the things that
Speculating
they
closer to December, from what we've heard.
Launch with Liz and Jack.
Launch
launch
that's
with
right.
Laz and Jack.
That's
Yep.
right. And we will be there to bring it to you. Now, with that being said, yes, the End of the World Telethon is going to be an interesting event. It's going to be a 24-hour and a 12-hour event simultaneously. So for those of you out there paying attention to what's going to be going on, the players and player base are going to be putting on 24 hours worth of events, and the developers are putting on 12 hours worth of telethon. This is going to happen simultaneously with each other. The player events starting 12 hours earlier, and then the developer events starting at noon Central Standard Time, or as Barrick made sure to say, Central Daylight Time, because we're in daylight savings.
Whatever.
That's right. So,
Whatever.
going to be a lot
Central
of stuff
Time.
going on. We're going to get a shot to sit down with the developers and do some Q&A. I don't have the exact time and schedule, but we will get that to you
It was.
folks.
Well, the schedule is currently being worked on, but currently we're slated around 3 p.m.
That's what I understand.
But I was going to say that if you did, I don't know if you caught it or not, but one of the things that Lord British did talk about with Final Wipe is that the story is not going to be anywhere near complete other than the Loved questline. They are going back and repolishing up the Loved questline so that way they're trying to make it a lot better. And that is something so that way that actually has the look and feel of a Lord British style quest, which it is currently lacking.
Now, Casey's saying that they had proposed a ribbon cutting, and what did you propose a ribbon cutting for, if I may ask?
Either Final Wipe or Launch, or both, depending on what they accepted.
If you're going to do that, it would be Launch. It wouldn't be Final Wipe. I mean, if, you know, I think you have a ribbon cutting when you're celebrating your 10th anniversary and there's multi-millions of dollars coming in.
Opening the store?
Yeah, you know.
Opening the store.
But interesting thoughts nonetheless. Now, we got a couple of other interesting tidbits out of the post-mortem yesterday. It's official. It's a lottery. And I still don't get it, but that's the way they're gonna go, and I just don't see it. But that's me. I've bought my land. I've said my piece about it, and that's about as all I'm gonna get into it.
What did they say about it?
It's a lottery. You know, you got as much chances of snowball in hell as anybody else, and you can't just go buy land. You're gonna have to wait for a fucking lottery. Pardon my French.
You buy a lottery ticket?
Yeah, you buy a lottery ticket, and then if you win the lottery, you get a lot. And they didn't even say that, but they said,
Yeah, I mean, the lottery system, it really is asinine. They're trying to make it fair, but it really is never fair, because if you think about it, say the person with 10, 15 accounts versus the person with one account. That means that person has, even though they may own property already, is 15 times more likely to receive property than that person with only one account.
And again,
there's all kinds of problems
I mean, guilds are still going to get
lottery
in,
system.
and they're going to flood the lotteries, making it even tougher. You know what? People should be able to just walk into a vendor and buy the damn house. Again, it's worked for almost 20 years in UO. I don't get it, but that's just me.
You should always be able to purchase deeds, and so that way, in case there's a house, that way, if there's a house that comes available, then you can jump right on it.
Available
yeah.
I mean, I tell you, if I was one of them players and I come across an empty lot a year down the line, and the only chance for me to possibly get that is to go buy a lottery ticket and wait to the end of the month, that place is gone. You ain't getting it, and that player's out the damn door. That's my opinion. But again, I'm not the guy with the long history of creating hit video games, so I'm going to defer to the expert at this point.
Oh no, this house expires in 119 days. That's when this house expires. Until you log in.
This house really never expires at this point. And even at that, that shouldn't be the full permission. What's 119 days? Let me see.
It's 3 months. I think that's legit.
No, for a Duke level, I should be over 10 to 12 months.
Yeah, it should be almost 10 months, yeah.
So we know that hasn't even been addressed yet. That's just a standard placeholder. At the Duke Pledge level, the amount of time that would have to pass before I don't log in is insanely long, like, again, 10 months. Yeah. But,
it would suck to lose all that big stuff.
Well, you
still keep the deeds.
It goes into the bank, but...
Well, you gotta redecorate it and all that.
Yeah. And again, see...
Well, one of the things that they also talked about was the magical movers, where if you put, like say a decorated basement in the bank, it would actually, next time you place it, you could actually have the option to re-put it out there the way it was.
But see, this is what it comes
that's
down
weird.
to as well. Even if I somehow manage to not log in for that 10 months a year and I lose my lot, somebody comes along and say the lot that we're on, they take that lot, all my stuff's in the bank. When I come back, there's a guaranteed lot someplace for me. So there's really no risk of me ever not having a lot the way the system is rigged right now.
And Ganger is saying that you don't get the lot, you get the deed. But even still, just getting the lottery for deeds is also asinine.
Well, yeah, absolutely. They just win a deed so that they can go someplace, and that's
People
eventually
are gonna
probably
try
going to
to
be a
gobble 'em up
player-owned
and-
town.
Yeah,
Um,
it's going to be one where it's going to be the large guilds are going to end up dominating all of those areas, and it's going to cut out
It's
the
gonna be,
solo player.
If you want a house, you're going to
Yeah.
buy it in the store. That's what it's going to be. You want a guaranteed
That's
house?
right.
Go to the store and buy it. There's plenty available. That's what it's going to be. Providing a way in-game to do this absolutely fulfills a qualification. That much is for sure. But I still think it's not the greatest way to go about it. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
And again, they'll argue plenty of houses available in the store. Can't fault them for that. Absolutely right. Plenty of houses available there, but
Deeds,
you know
not
what
houses.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Actually,
one where if
there's
they're going to be
plenty
selling
of both
those
in this
deed
store.
packages,
Is
yeah,
you can buy
if they're
houses.
selling deed packages, which is what they're replacing pledges with, that means that there will always be player-owned town-only deeds. There are always, the hard part will be the NPC town deeds, but those will always be rare no matter what. And it's one where it's realistically that's 130% of housing is available of purchased deeds right now.
Now, let
So
me
that
ask you a
includes
question.
pledges and deeds from the add-on store.
Now we've
30% is available
been on
right now.
this topic several times in the past, of course, and since we're
Yeah.
getting closer to the wipe, it becomes a hot topic again. How many of those place anywhere deeds do you think are going to be winding up in player-owned towns? Do you think that there's a vast majority of them, a small majority of them?
I think at least a third to maybe a half of those will end up in player-owned towns.
And what does that then
There-
lead to?
That means that you remember you can still place anywhere deeds in off the deed vendors in game.
Right now.
So
At the end of the month.
well, no, I think that they will still be available even after wipe.
I
Because
don't think
otherwise,
so.
you're gonna end up with a lot of vacant towns.
Well, and yeah, they didn't say whether those were going to be place anywhere deeds that were being lotteried, did they?
Telephone.
That I don't know, but it's one where the deed system needs to be looked at and analyzed a little bit more closely, and it's one where they really need to figure out what they're going to do.
Hey, Spiff, can you do your blink thing laying down like that?
Yes, he is.
Yes,
That's what he's been
can.
doing.
Okay, I didn't realize that. That's funny.
Yeah, he's been having different emotes and blinking.
That is funny.
So for those of you watching this stream, what Guardian Spiff is doing on the screen, he is actually using one of the in-game spells called Blink, and he is
And he's
casting that
moving
while
around.
he is
Yeah,
in an emote, and it is not breaking the emote.
which is really
So
cool.
it becomes kind of funny. That's why you see the little glowing glyph coming up over his body whenever he
Whenever he
does
tries to
anything.
move
So that
like
glyph tells you that it's blank. Yeah.
It's the blink glyph.
The
yeah.
blinky.
The blink glyph. Yes.
Yeah, gotta love it, man. It's just
Yes. The fun part is, like, if you look at the forums right now, it actually becomes kind of funny because the announcement about the blood reliquaries, and then in the general discussion, the question of judgment regarding the reliquaries, and then so there's a lot of conversation about the value and not getting the inside joke of the Lord British and Star giving up their blood.
I don't know. Again, something we've joked
yeah.
about a couple times in the past, just because we thought it would be funny. And of course, the craziness that goes on. We see and hear all sorts of things from eating babies and cannibalism to making jewelry out of people's body parts.
You know what?
Humor,
you have met Kinga, who is Lord British's daughter, and she is full on pro cannibalism.
Absolutely, she was cutting people up and putting them in the stew the whole weekend.
That's right. She wanted to take Lord British and cut him up and put him inside of
Daddy. That's right.
Stone soup. Yeah. Yep. So it's like, for those of you that are like, oh, little girl must be all sweet and
she'll be all ready
sugar
to
and
take
spice.
the reins of the kingdom by the time she comes of age. You better believe that.
And she will not be the gentle
benefactor that her father was.
The gentle benefactor that occasionally purged entire groups and engaged in ethnic cleansing in different games. So he's moved on to Tai Chi.
Now I'm digging it. At first I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Why is he constantly popping in the middle of the damn screen? But now I get what he's doing with it, which is cool.
And don't forget, guys, if you want to join us in Discord, you are more than welcome to do so. Just go to nbnn.info, click on the button that says Connect, underneath where it says Discord app. And from there, it will prompt you for a name and to register an account. You don't have to register, you just have to type in the name. And you could be like Led Zepp, who is still in Hawaii, as far as I know.
I haven't heard from him yet.
We should have him back next week. But from there, you can actually join us in Discord, and you can talk with us, set up your microphone and everything else, and say hi.
That's right. We had a whole bunch of people in here yesterday during Justin's show, and everybody was having a good time. We had of course, one of them naked dance parties that erupts around here just randomly.
Yes. Zeke came out. A bunch of people came out to watch. Scroted, for some reason, was being a little shy, and he was trying to remain clothed. It's like,
what?
It used to be my clothing bug is deleting all of my clothes when he was running around naked, and now he's like a little shy.
I was wearing the thong over my diaper.
He was.
I know. It's like, what's up with that? Can you show us that right now?
Let's show the audience the thong over the diaper. That should be pretty funny.
The thong over the diaper, yes.
As are we calling it right now?
Well, what you need to do is get the close up. Go ahead and examine scrota.
Well, from here,
so that way
we'll get the frontal close up and then of course we both have a perfect back view once he gets into the diaper.
Well, if you examine, you can pan him around. So
yeah, but I just never thought that was
the funny part about this. What, you'd rather pan the camera around and try to get the proper angle in order to zoom into his butt?
I usually get a better one.
Yeah, so the funny part is the girls just wear the thong part, and the guys, for some reason, have the cloth diaper underneath, and then the thong.
It doesn't trade out, is what it is.
It doesn't trade out, yeah. And the funny part is you can dye your underwear. So that is what Scrota's done, and it dyed the thong, and so now he ends up with the bodice bottoms is what he's wearing.
It's not dyed.
So
It's vanilla.
It's not dyed, and just vanilla bodice bottoms.
Yep.
Okay, so that is pretty damn funny.
Yeah. The fun stuff we find. Now let's see if I can
Yeah.
recreate
And
what
my
I did
diaper
yesterday.
pokes out of the crotch.
Yeah, your diaper definitely pokes at the crotch.
Or something.
Yesterday
something.
I had something going with the scepter. It was pretty funky. I haven't been able to recreate it since then.
Well, it needs to be in your right hand.
No, this is the hand. Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Or, sorry, your left hand.
No, as I was doing more than
Left
that.
hand. Left hand.
I was waving it around and wave it in front of me, and the drinking horn was coming over my head with it was a real broken animation.
Yeah, it was probably a different dance. It probably wasn't belly that you were doing. Were you doing the Magic Mike dance? The
No,
gyps?
it was the belly. Trust me, we were doing the Magic Mike grind and everything. Jack, working that scepter.
That's right. And that scepter is a dangerous tool. Remember, Dinger, if you want to actually say something, you can do so. You're
That's
not going
right.
to interrupt us.
Remember, we are the only show that welcomes you to come on and voice your opinion. Join us here every day, every Monday through Friday, here on Radio Free Britannia, WRFB, NBNN.info. And come into Discord, come and chat with us and hang out. It's got a persistent chat so that you can keep up with all the conversations even when you're not here. And then you can come talk voice if you're one of those techies who doesn't mind sitting there and chattering with other folks. Come on in and tell us what's going on. Again, we're getting ready for launch. I'm sorry, not launch. Final wipe.
Lunch.
Lunch.
We're getting ready for lunch.
Lunch. Yeah.
Lunch.
Lunch.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the numbers. If I bring up my friends list right here, there is almost nobody logged in. About a half page of people, when usually I've got pages and pages.
Wait. I've got 10 friends online.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I usually got 2 and
Yeah.
3 pages worth of people.
Yeah, okay.
I've only got
I
about
have
a half a page.
Nowhere near the friends you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have nowhere near the friends that you do.
Nobody's
so.
got a
Neither,
friends
I have
list
12.
like mine, except Lord British. Gotta
I'm
remember,
more
since
popular.
Yeah.
release 17, I've done nothing but friend everybody who walks by. And most of them friend me back, so. And of course,
that's
after the
good.
data wipe, I will be doing the same thing. So if we need to redo these friends lists, I will tag everybody. I don't think we're going to have that problem. Casey
No, we
Cupcakes is
shouldn't.
telling us about a Royal Founder Lord account for $1,500. I'm hoping you can find that on Shroud Marketplace.
Yep. Don't forget. And new latest thing is some of the rentals are going up on Shroud Marketplace
Rentals
right now.
are
as
starting
well
to
as
go
a
up.
new item. Yeah.
All sorts of things starting to appear on the marketplace as we get closer to the end of wipes, as it may be, because once we go persistent, that's going to allow folks to now sell and trade and barter and do whatever it is they want with all their virtual goods. And that reminds me, it is Friday. We have a newsletter we expect out today. I'm expecting a
Long calendar.
couple, exactly. I'm expecting a couple of interesting announcements with today's newsletter coming out. I don't know why I keep losing myself in my ear. But you guys are hearing me,
I don't know.
right?
Are you like? Yeah, we're definitely hearing you.
Yeah.
Are you doing what I do, which is put one cup on the head and then one on the ear?
No,
So-
I'm in stereo, and it just is something's still not right. I'm always playing with things and upgrading. As I got some other new equipment coming, so
You Are you living up to your middle name?
Absolutely. Technical difficulties. But, yeah, absolutely. Of course, weekend update with all the events. So we need to get to that as well. So let's get that up on screen for all the good folks out there.
Need to pull up that calendar. Remember, our calendar is provided by our friends over at Avatar Circle. It is a Google Calendar. So if you have a guild, alliance, whatever, if you want to host an event in-game, you can contact the current administrator of Avatar Circle, who is Kazan Phoenix Fire, or Wrath Phoenix on the forums. And then you can say, hey, I'd like my event added to the calendar, and he will either give you the login information so you can do it yourself, or he'll do it for you. Then from there, since it is a long weekend calendar, what we do is we uncheck the Ethervision Alliance. That way it condenses some things. So if you don't want to see things, since it is a Google Calendar, you can actually do those kind of options.
That's right. You can pick and choose what you want to see.
That is right. That is right. At 3, 6, 9, and 12 tonight, since today is Friday, July 8th, we do have on Radio Free Britannia, Lunch with Laz and Jack.
In replays, if you missed today's show, we got it out there
and
for you.
It's going to start off, today's version is going to start off with a lot of laughing at Laz. For some odd reason. I don't know why.
They
scheduled that.
Lunch with Laz and Jack.
Yeah.
Why would they schedule that when we're doing our thing?
Why would they schedule what?
Lunch with Laz and Jack while we're doing Lunch with Laz and Jack.
Oh, I don't know. Those guys are crazy.
I know. It's pretty soon they'll be like logging in multiple characters. It's like, which Laz and Jack are you talking to?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, that would be funny.
Just
we need to
wait.
set up a second studio somewhere else and then lock in our other characters.
They haven't seen nothing yet. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
Multicast.
I know.
It's been all fun and games up till now.
Yep. Okay, so today, since it is Friday, we do have a variety of PvE, PvP, and please, I don't want to hurt anything events. So if you are interested in PvE, you can join the Phoenix Republic for their PvE nights, which is contact Kazan Phoenix Fire or Malakis for more information. If you're interested in PvP, go out to the town of Vengeance. And from there, you need to kill everyone that you see because it is an open PvP event. So set in a Royal Rumble, and whoever has the most kills at the end of the hour is the victor. So go out to the town of Vengeance and kill everyone that you see. Then if you don't want to kill anything because you are the ultimate pacifist, you need to go join Bowen Bloodgood for Friday night astronomy out in Caer Drokwich. That's going to be between 7:30 and 8:30 tonight. Then on Saturday, we have a few events, starting with the Church of the Dark Star between 11 and noon. That is where High Priestess of Chaos and Kazan Phoenix Fire representing the Church of the Sun.
Of Chaos.
Yes. Although you're the only one that gets to call her Mistress.
That's right. Don't you forget
When you're
it.
calling her Mistress, are you wearing a leather outfit that covers pretty much everything?
That's none of your damn business.
I'm allowed to call her Tweenie.
It's not the same outfit I'll wear for you. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Okay, then my response was going to be so bad. The response that I want to say has something to do with chaps.
Is that the same outfit
Okay,
he wears for Led Zepp, though?
Yeah, we know you like the assless chaps. You can say it.
So at 6 o'clock, we do have Port Phoenix Social Nights, which is another event where they have no idea what they're going to be doing. So contact Kazan Phoenix Fire and figure out what's on the fire for that evening.
Go out, hang
the final
out,
event
see
for
what they're
Saturday.
doing.
That's right. Grill some marshmallows, whatever. Make some s'mores. The final event is going to be the Saturday version of the EVL Monster Mash, which is a dungeon crawl that starts on the overworld map next to Soul Town.
That's the Saturday night edition. Don't forget,
Yes,
Saturday night they start near Soul Town. Tuesday night is over by
Outside of
Owl's
Owl's
Head.
Head.
That's correct.
Yep. And that takes us to Sunday.
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 At the Fair
Sword
Park
practice.
Coliseum.
We do have a number of events, starting off with the 8:30 a.m. Pack Slayer early morning meeting. Then from there, the 11 o'clock Hospitaller weekly voice meeting, which does take place in TeamSpeak. But for help, they want you to use Discord. So that is where a few Hospitallers get together. If you are interested in the Hospitaller program and you want to join the Hospitallers,
We're there
you can
every
just join
Sunday.
that voice meeting and say, "Hey, I'm interested."
I'm in that
Or if
voice
you're even
meeting.
a new player, I'm generally eating breakfast somewhere, not at the house, or not at the house. Then from there, it is what they're discussing as far as Hospitallers and how to assist new players into the game. So if you're a new player or if you're a veteran player and you want to help people, please join the Hospitaller weekly voice meeting. Then from there, we do have a new game out there. This is the Soda dating game.
Dating game. And they're looking for some contestants.
Yes.
I've been asked to be a contestant on the game.
That would be kind of fun.
Last night. So
This is going to be the Phoenix Republic and the EVL Guild are going to be working together to host this game. And they are bringing back the 60s classic game that everyone loved. And I wonder what kind of tomfoolery you guys are going to get up to.
that's not a date, Scrota.
What happened?
I can have a date with Skirta if they pay me enough. Oh, no, that's Casey pimping Skirta out.
Oh,
Told you I'd launch my escort
oh,
business.
they pay me enough.
That's
Okay,
right.
I didn't look at the name in front of that.
I keep my cane hand strong.
You whack him over the back of the head with the cane. Get out there, boy. Get me my money.
Then, that's right. Then we have a PvP event on Sunday, which is the BMC Gridiron. Registration takes place between 5 and 5:30, and the Gladiators Gridiron begins promptly at 5:30 out in Blackrock Cove. And then from there, we have the Pack Slayer weekly meeting, the normal evening edition, which is where most people show up. And the final event of the week is going to be Fishing with Winfield. And that is where they find some fishing spots somewhere between 8 and 9. Fish. And I did forget one event, and that is going to be on Avatars Radio on Saturday at 7 a.m.
I don't know why
That
that's
is
not
going
on
to
the...
be-
oh, I do know. Never mind.
Well, it is on the
Aether
calendar.
Vision. Yeah, Aether Vision.
It is listed as Aether Vision Alliance, which it shouldn't be listed as anyways. That is, tune in to Avatars Radio for Wolfton and Celine as they do their Wake Up New Britannia show.
That, and they had our own Gix on last week.
The other day, yeah.
For those of you folks who missed that, you can go back and catch that recording. Hear a little bit about our own animator, the master of emotes. Speaking of which, where is he today? I'm surprised he's not hanging around showing off some new stuff.
Well, he might be working on some bugs.
Bug.
He's probably at his job.
Well, he's
And,
always at his
yeah.
job. You know, he's always
Yeah,
at the offices
where
when
he's
he's
logging
sitting
in
there watching us. You know, it's good to be one of these guys that they can log into the game. Because
It's good to be
this
the
is
king.
this is what they work on, you know. Well, it's not always fun and games as it may be, and I think he does like a working lunch. You know, he comes in and he tinks around on things while he's actually eating his lunch and listens to us, and has a good time. Get some inspiration by watching the Laz and Jack show. See all the crazy shit we're doing on a daily basis.
Did I tell you that they killed my flowergasm? They killed my flowergasm.
No.
They nerfed it a little, yeah. I noticed
What
that.
happened?
You can still do it some.
Okay, I'll do it.
It's
Flowers.
just slower.
Oh,
you have
man.
to wait for the flowers to come out and then do it again.
Oh, you just can't spam
Well,
it as quickly as as it used to be.
The
I
other
gotcha.
thing is, there's also a sound effect related to it. So hold on, I need to turn down the instruments.
Yeah, I'm not really concerned about that, unless it's like a, cute farting noise with the flowers.
No, listen to the sound effect for it.
And not hearing it. Not picking it up. Let me turn up.
It's someone playing with a kazoo.
Oh, okay. No, it's like party favor.
Yep.
You can still do it sort of fast if you wait like a second and a half or two.
But moving right along. More emote abuse.
Yeah, I can't believe they killed my flowergasm.
Flowergasms. No. Alrighty. Okay, we got a few more minutes left at the top of the hour here before we got to wrap it up. And
thank our sponsors.
we got to say hello to a few people, of course. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that we got the dating game in there. Whoa.
No, we definitely got the dating game in there. It's time
Yeah,
for a
well,
little white wedding.
We had
nothing like shotgun weddings.
we had Eclipse and Justin here last night, along with our own Stella Moon. Stella! I didn't see Stella out there today, but we give her a shout out anyway. And of course, having a good time. Justin was on the radio jamming her jams, and people were tuning in, listening, coming by, saying hello, requesting songs, having a good time, dancing, and talking about junk hanging out of animations and all sorts of interesting things. This is how we find out about all these emote abuse things, because we sit around and we play with them all day.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never abuse a single emote.
No.
I would never, ever dare think of doing something like that.
Let me ask
What
you
does
a
it
question.
mean?
When was the last time you typed /stuck? Yesterday.
2 days ago.
When was the last time you left Al's head?
Wednesday night when I was at Striker Sparhawks happy hour.
You get the hell out of there.
Yeah, so I teleported to Justin for it, and then I /stuck out of her.
It's ability abuse.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not ability abuse. It's a function in the system, right?
That's right. I mean, it's like, when the game goes live, I am probably going to be the #1 abuser of /stuck until they limit it
spank
to
your PP and say, "Stop doing that. Stop abusing the damn system."
Yeah. So I can admit it. I abuse /stuck.
He's a /stuck abuser. But meanwhile, let's go
yeah,
ahead
it's
and.
not
Oh man, what happened?
We do
Need
need
an
to thank our
intervention.
sponsors.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've lost my sponsors.
Our most recent sponsor that we do need to thank is sodacrafting.wiki, which is currently the only searchable database out there for crafting recipes. And then after that, we do need to thank our good friend Ben over at Relics by Rild for all of your soda swag that includes drinkware. If you need a coffee mug
Coffee
or
mugs,
you know
pint
what, you need
mugs,
a pint glass,
shot glasses.
shot glasses, or t-shirts, more t-shirts,
Gotta love the
as well
t-shirts.
as hats
Got
and
hats,
beanies.
got the
You need to go
patches.
to relicsbyrild.com and use the discount code NBNN for 10% off.
Yeah, run with it. Technical difficulty.
Yeah. Then we also have to thank our good friend Jacob White, who is responsible for sodamap.com. If you ever get lost or you need to find an NPC or something, you need to go to sodamap.com, so that way you can find the ever elusive NPCs and where they're at inside of towns. Just make sure you go through the location map, and you can actually sit there and zoom all the way in, because Jacob Map has actually plotted everything out.
Jacob Map.
If it is a player-owned town, if
Why
you log in and register, you can actually claim your own town. Just like Laz did with Snug Harbor.
And Journey's End and Red Hook.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers. I mentioned one of them.
What do you mean beggars?
Yeah, that's right.
I'll stop the show and tell them about it.
That's right.
We'll be doing that in a couple of weeks, so
That's
we're not going to have to
right.
worry about that.
That's right. We also have to thank Soda Taming and SodaCraft.com. They have done the hard work for you, and they've provided tutorials. They have provided guides for how to level up your skills in order to get up to the GM skills. So thank Soda Taming and SodaCraft.com for providing the hard work so you don't have to.
That's right.
That brings us to our final sponsor, which is going to be Shroud Marketplace, which is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. That includes, you know what, you can rent things from Red Hook, Snug Harbor, Journey's End. That is up there on the marketplace. So things are starting to appear. Not to mention, if you have an in-game service that you want to provide to people, you can always list it on Shroud Marketplace, just like Scrota's music service thing,
Music
where
thing.
$1 gets you.
Everything you want.
You didn't say that properly.
That's
you need,
right, you
You need
didn't.
a retake on that.
There you go.
Everything you
$1
want.
make you holler.
Yeah.
No
We love
happy
you,
ending
Lord.
on promo.
No happy ending on promo. Yep. Or if you're interested in having an in-game wedding, you can contact Antiques Weddings and More for your own island wedding.
That's right.
So if you want to schedule a wedding for sunset, sunrise, you know what, in the middle of the day on the beach, you just talk to Laz, because he already has everything set up.
We
and
also
he is
do
ready to
graveyard
go.
weddings, bloodletting weddings, and anything else you can think of. Got to offer those options after the bloodletting yesterday. You know, somebody wants a bloodletting
you might have to
ceremony.
find. Yep.
You know,
You're gonna have to turn the rivers red.
The guys have set a precedent, so we have to follow suit and offer it up.
That's right. So, if you are interested in buying or selling anything related to Shroud of the Avatar, please go to shroudmarketplace.com and click. If you're interested in selling things, click on vendor registration and get your store all set up and prepared, because as soon as this game goes to final wipe, there's going to be a premium paid for everything.
That's right. Prices are actually not too bad now, as I see a lot of stuff out there, and I've seen some pretty high prices on some items that have been out of the store for a long time, and I expect those to climb as time goes by. So if you want to get some of those cool
absolutely.
items, now's the time to really start looking at them, unless you get lucky. I've seen some great ones where people actually have sold items for cost.
Don't know the value of something. Yeah.
And they just want
If
it
they
out
don't
of
know
their
the value of
inventory.
something, they want get rid of it, then it will go quickly.
Absolutely.
So guys, don't forget Shroud Marketplace. And that takes us to our thanks. We do need to thank everybody for showing up. Thank you for participating. Thank you to everybody, namely Akush Lady, Blood Omen, Botox, Change Tip, Casey, Maynard, Sater. Then we also have Blood Omen, Maynard again. And then we can't say thanks without saying thank you to Guardian Spiff for providing us from entertainment as he's blinking across our screens and making us try to figure out what the hell is
What the
going
hell
on.
is going on?
Yeah, it's like, what is that? It's Blink.
And of course, don't forget
thank you,
Justin.
everybody,
We know
for
Justin's out there.
Yeah.
While she is part of the
Justin,
team, she
thank you
can't
for listening
participate.
to on the radio as well.
But she does cheerlead from the sidelines while she's at the work doing the regular daily grind. Great show last
So
night.
thank
by
you
the way.
everybody for listening on Radio Free Britannia. Thank you to everybody that's helping us make this a better show. We couldn't do this show without you. Thank you, Ganger79, for participating inside of Discord. Remember, if you want to say something, you can do so.
That's
So
right.
thank you, everybody. Thank you.
And
thank
get
you,
mocked
thank you.
appropriately.
That's right.
Well, that just comes with the territory. Yeah.
Something some more.
Alrighty, folks, so that's going to be about it for us. We're going to get ready to get out of here for today. Weekend is here and upon us. We got the first week of this release under our belts. Hopefully, we'll have a couple more fixes before the next release when we go to Persistence. And, of course, there'll be a newsletter coming out sometime this afternoon. We will get that tweeted out to you folks and posted around the land so that everybody can be up to date with the latest news. Again, I'm expecting a couple interesting announcements in there, so keep an eye out for that. But other than that, have a great
Look
weekend.
forward to the new stuff on the add-on store.
That's right. There's going to be all sorts of interesting stuff happening over the next couple of weeks. And we're going to be here to bring it all to you, interpreting the news so you don't have to. Alrighty, folks, let's wrap it up here, guys. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
Easy cupcakes.
It's Skoda.
And we are NBNN. Stay tuned, NBNN, for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy, wild happenings, the latest updates from inside Shroud, the Avatar, and more. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you all on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. I love nut butter.
Fun day.
I love nuts.
Well, we know that.
Casey, where have you been? Your balls have not come out lately.
I'm on my period.
Casey's got no balls. Oh, my.
I'm on my period.
How's the gaping axe wound?